we've been serving our customers the content that they have to bet with us. So about 3 years ago, we came up with a cloud strategy around had a vision around moving what we did in data centers to the cloud. And with that cloud strategy, we were able to articulate in business speak what it meant for the business to move from the data centers to the cloud. And there's probably 4 key elements there. One was around think about innovation. How do we innovate? So for us, that means how do we invent new products, and how do we test those products with customers really rapidly? Secondly, we thought about how do we create agility in our organisation so we can do things differently, we can do things fast, and we can automate things. So we're spending time on the right things rather than the wrong things. Then we thought about resilience. So as a part of being an online business, having business critical workloads in the cloud, we knew that we need to have resilience in our platforms. And our platforms, on a typical day, a typical day is about 300 days a year, which is just normal workloads. But there's about 5 days a year where that scales to 10x or 15x. So we needed the scale. So then we think about cost. So we didn't lead with costs. We led with innovation, then agility, then think about resilience, then through to cost. And I think that from an organisation point of view allowed people to really realise that actually, yes, cost is a good outcome because paying as you go is helpful, and having transparency of cost is great. And it really empowers our teams to understand where we're spending our money. But organisationally, we thought about how do we grow and how do we continue to grow? And it was all about the growth story and the investment story. That was really how we pitched the cloud strategy and the cloud transformation to our business.
When you would like to go create more revenue, and especially as IT, by introducing new business models, the only thing, if you go to the business and you go as IT alone, it does not work.
Right.
You should always go, in the case of NXP, together with the product lines or the R&D community and IT, make a joint story. We believe that we are going to make a business in this area, and therefore we need IT, and therefore maybe we need cloud computing or what have you.
It has been a long journey of, actually 3 years. And about March of 2016, BP declared ourselves a cloud-first company. And we started out on our journey at that point, but kind of got off to a slow start because just trying to get everyone's buy-in, get everybody going. And at the same time we were starting this cloud journey, we were also starting our transformation journey, our mindset shift, and our operating model journey as well are changed to be more of a digital organization and also an agile organization. So on this journey for our cloud, again, we've had to evolve over time, getting better, continuous improvement, bringing people along, and just experimenting as we go. And we've gotten to the point where we've gotten it to a really good factory cycle model. We've partnered with AWS to build our core platforms. And once that was done, and it's never done, but once we've gotten to a point where it was ready to be consumed, we actually, like I said, it was kind of slow, starting out with an exit of our data center in mind as our strategy. And we realized quickly that we probably needed to align more with our business strategy and also make sure that we could explain the commercial value add and also bring those two together. And that's where we started to look at how do we do a little bit more transformational activity? How do we bring everyone along for the journey and not make this just an IT for IT type of thing or an infrastructure only type of move? We've had a few aggressive CIOs, aggressive in the sense of wanting to be the first, be the best in class for whether it be the best upstream or be the best digital upstream that we possibly could be, or whether it be the best company that we could be, whichever that was, always wanting to be first in that. And with that being said, we quickly realized, and our executives quickly realized, in order for them to do that, technology was going to be key. That was going to be the differentiator, if you will. And so with that was the drive to connect those dots, because in order for us to do that, our foundation has to be shored up. And cloud and moving all of our legacy applications and our legacy estate and being able to really leverage the opportunity to partner with an AWS to be able to extrapolate that value and bring that together was absolutely where we could bridge those conversations and bridge their objectives and strategy with what we were trying to do from an IT perspective and technology together. And it just works out because, again, using the cloud is foundational to those things, and being able to then start to build off of that, going into AI and some of the other technologies, those things would help allow the CIOs and the CEOs to be able to build on to their objectives to use technology to start being the difference.